Hi, I'm June Edward. I'm the relationship coach, and this is one of my students that has graduated the program. And I'm just going to let her introduce herself and tell us why she was looking for relationship help originally.
Hi, my name is Sharon. I was looking for relationship help. I was in a situation where my husband and I were at a crossroads. He was in a possible other relationship, details unknown, and that got unsurfaced. I was in a position where I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And also, I didn't know how to deal with. Um, I didn't know how to deal with it. I was completely in my head, and I felt like it was a situation that I couldn't handle on my own. I didn't know who to turn to, who to talk to, or really what to do about it. So I came across this program. I was apprehensive, but I was also desperate, to be quite honest. So
So
I
why don't you tell us a little bit about your husband and how long the two of you had been together for?
I am my husband and I have been together for 20 years.
Okay.
We dated for about 8 years. We've been married since 2007, and um, we were best friends. We've been best friends. He is someone that has always been there for me, very supportive, um, and we've had a great relationship. It wasn't tumultuous or argumentative. I would say our relationship was polite. Um, so when I found him speaking to another woman that he had a secretive relationship with, it got uncovered, not because he was honest about it. It was because her husband called me and found some text messages.
Okay.
Um,
So what other things did you try to salvage the relationship and put it back together prior to working with me?
we went to therapy. We sought out a family therapist. It didn't. We tried two or three of them, and very different personalities, very different approaches. It didn't. But the funny thing is, when we did it together, he even lied to the therapist. So it was like, is everything out in the open? I just remember one clear question. So is this it? Everything's out in the open? He said yes, but actually there was another girl
Oh,
that
okay.
didn't get uncovered again by the therapist, or his honesty got uncovered by me going back and looking at text messages.
Okay. So what type of things were you trying to fix in the relationship?
I would say our intimacy, I think we have always been great friends. She pointed out, I think where things fell apart, to be honest, and full disclosure, I think looking back where he kind of went off track was after our kids. 6 months after both children is when he sort of picked up with secretive friendships or relationships or looking. And as I have delved back into it, I'm seeing the insecurity on his side. I think I gave a lot of attention to my kids, and he probably fell off for me. Um, Not only that, you change as a woman. You're hormonal. It's a very intense time, and I don't think I don't think he wanted it. He's very into exercising and being physically fit, and I think when men get kids in the picture, they feel like they're dads, and they don't have it anymore, and they don't have, I think he wanted to prove to himself that, hey, I've still got it. But at the same time, my wife is, it's not about me anymore. She's all into these kids. And there's women that don't care if you're married. They have no respect for other women. They don't have any respect for other men. They don't have respect for themselves, and they're looking just to get out of whatever unhappiness they're looking for. And
So what were your frustrations with trying to fix it with the on your own and with the counselors?
um for me, I went in the counseling saying, I need to understand this. I can't move on. I need, like, truth is what I need. I think the biggest thing for me is truth. And with counseling, it was like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Let's fix what's wrong with you guys. And I'm like, wait, there's a big situation that just happened. I don't know how to deal with this. We can work on us in a minute. I need to understand where we went wrong and what. Well, let's talk about your sexual relationship. Let's talk about, did you guys argue before? And I'm like, no, 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 no. I need to know. I just found out about this other person. My life just you know, fell apart. I need to address the issue at hand. And for me, I was dying inside. I needed to know. I needed
So
more.
how were you
I needed to
trying to
understand
solve it on your own then?
it. When things were going to fall apart to where we were going to get divorced, I realized he said to me, "You're never going to get over this. You know, you think I cheated? I didn't cheat. I let a quote unquote, I let a puppy come to the back door, and you think I cheated. You're never going to get over it. It's too big." So I've thought about it, and I'm out. I'm done. I said, "Is it about someone else?" "No, it's not about anybody else." Um, so I think he gave me the ultimatum, and I still probably, I don't know when I would have stopped the arguing and the digging and the trying to find the answers to it all. I don't know. I don't know if there was going to be an end to it. There probably still wasn't. When I met you, there wasn't an end. Why and what and when and how.
So how did you find me?
Um, I Before I met you, I was in meditating. I was into Joe Dispenza and meditating and doing long meditations, laying down, and I I felt good at that point. I couldn't get back into meditating. I couldn't. When I met you, I was trying to get back into it. I couldn't close my eyes long enough
Find me
to
then. How did you find me?
looking up meditation or Abraham Hicks. I was very into Abraham Hicks on YouTube, and I was probably looking up an Abraham Hicks relationship video, and then your video popped in, and I thought, yeah, I need help.
Okay. Why did you decide to work with me?
Because one, you kind of hit on everything. Are you tired of feeling this? Do you want your relationship back? And it was all the questions. I went to therapy, like, this is what I need to know, and it was kind of like brushed to the side.
Mhm.
But you sort of hit on all the bullet points, I would say, um, of, do you need this? And it was everything that I needed, and I needed it now,
Okay.
because I was sort of unraveling at the seams, even though face value to my husband, I was trying to keep it together.
Right. And what results have you seen since working with me?
You know, you've taught me the really that it's to make myself a priority. I cannot believe that that I never did. I really can't. I mean, I am
Yeah.
I can't believe I don't make myself a priority. I thought, of course I care about me. All I care about is me. But in reality, I care about everybody else. It's kind of, how are you feeling? How are you doing? What is it that you need? And then I found myself veering off of that too. And like, oh, I'll meditate tomorrow. I got one in today. And you're very, you tell it like it is. And you said, well, you're not making it a priority. And I thought, well, no, well, of course I am. It's in here, but I'm not actually doing it. So finally I had to restart the program and do it the right way. And, I realized that it took effort to put time into myself. I
Mhm.
couldn't believe that it took effort and that I didn't know that it was okay to, or how to take care of yourself, or to go take time, and how important that is. I didn't know.
Yeah. So, in what areas of your relationship in your life, how have those improved for you from the program?
Um, I think for people who've been through any kind of trauma, or in any way, emotional or anything, I think a lot of the problem is our mind. Because what's left is what's left in your brain, what's left in your head, and what's left in your mind reels.
But how has the program affected your life? What changes have you seen in your life and in other areas and in your relationship? What changes have you seen from the program?
It's healed my mind. And when you can't control your mind and you can't get out of your own head, it affects hormones. It affects your hormones. It affects your mood. It affects the way you react to situations. It affects your performance, whether it's your job. It affects the way you relate to your kids. It affects you entirely, and
So
you can't function.
how are your relationships in your life now since you did the program?
I am getting more. I'm more calm. I feel more at ease. I feel more peaceful. I feel like I know what to do when my mind is when I tend to go back to where I was before I met you in my
I got to
mind.
take you out of your mind right now because you're still stuck in it.
Am I?
I
Am
want to
I?
know about your relationship. How's your relationship now?
My relationship is great. My relationship is great. My husband is my husband is great. It's really, I still have some work to do. I'm on week 5, I believe, right now, going on week 6. So I still have some work to do. I feel like this is something I need to carry with me. So
Right. And
and continue to do.
how about other areas of your life? Have other areas of your life improved from the program as well?
Yeah, I feel like I couldn't function at work. And I felt like I wasn't, I've always been kind to people, but I felt like I was at peace. And I think people have made comments about it too. Even when I'm working near somebody who's angry or reactive, they're like, oh, I think Sharon's my therapist. And just weird things, just maybe by presence and stuff. And I think there's a more calmness to me. Less reactive, more calm. I feel at peace. Yeah.
Good. So would you recommend other people work with me?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of, I think everybody needs to learn this. I think everybody needs to learn how to, and it's, it's not necessarily all about meditation because people can kind of go, oh my gosh, that's, but you know what, you really need to take the time to figure this out because it's coming around anyways. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And people are catching on, and it's been around for, you know, forever. It's just that we got lost. We all got lost. We're in
It's a
this rat
process.
race.
Yeah, it's a process.
And it's not just going to help with relationships. I think it's going to help you as a person, whether you're alone, single, or with someone. But I think it's a must.
And is there a specific type of person you think I would work well with?
With the program,
Yeah.
oh, anybody that's going through any kind of relationship problem for sure. Um, yeah, definitely relationship. I think anybody also that's just sort of it could be anything that you just sort of lost yourself. You don't even know who you are anymore. I think it doesn't necessarily have to be relationship. It's like, some people are like, I can't even get a relationship. I don't even know who I am. I don't want a relationship. Well, maybe then you need to start focusing and starting here. Maybe this is the place to start. Yeah. So you can connect with yourself and kind of realize, well, it might answer and put together your pieces of a puzzle. So
Well, I'm happy that you're doing as well as you are. You look fantastic.
thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, it's good to see you.
You too.
Um, can't wait to see you finish the program and then go from there.
Yeah. Me too. I've definitely shifted. I would say I've turned the corner. I think I'm in the balancing period,
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
say.
Yep, exactly. So anyone else that's interested in coming on board for the program, there'll be a link below here if you're interested, go.juneedwood.com. And again, I want to thank you, Sharon.
Thank you so much.
Hang on, I'm going to